Hello everyone, welcome back, and Barcelona beats Atletico Madrid 3-0 away from home, and that's a great result for Barcelona, and it's also a great achievement because Barcelona going to Atletico Madrid and getting a win in their stadium, and Atletico Madrid has been great at home. They haven't lost a game in their own stadium in 14 months in La Liga, so for Barcelona to go get a win so dominantly today, that was just a great result overall. And Barcelona are now in front of Girona, and they sit second place in La Liga this season, and first place it doesn't seem likely to happen, but still, you want to try and get second for the money, and also just to secure Champions League qualification for next season. So overall, it's a great result, but at the same time, it's just really good to get that rhythm for Barcelona going into those important games in the Champions League coming up. And Xavi was also missing a lot of key players for this game, and Christensen, who's been crucial to Barcelona's midfield in the past couple weeks, got injured in warm-ups. Obviously, he couldn't play, and Fermin Lopez came in, and he did great. He scored a goal, and he helped Barcelona get the win. And this game was pretty interesting at the beginning, because for the first 30 minutes of the game, Barcelona were on the back foot. They were soaking in a lot of pressure, and it seemed like Atletico Madrid was going to be the team to score. But obviously, that completely changed. With Lewandowski had a great pass. He had 2 assists and a goal today, and I've been pretty vocal about the bad performances that Lewandowski has had this season, so I just want to say that's one of the better performances that I've seen from Lewandowski ever at Barcelona, and a goal and 2 assists today, and every single time he touched the ball, seemed like he was making the right idea, and he was the reason Barcelona won this game. In the game during the week against Napoli and the game today against Atletico Madrid, Barcelona are scoring more than 1 goal in a game, and that should be the standard for Barcelona because all the attacking quality that they have in the team, they should be scoring multiple goals a game. And I felt like the last time Barcelona played Atletico Madrid, it was an even more dominant performance than this, but Barcelona only won 1-0, and I just think that was due to the lack of quality they had in their attacking third. But today, that was not the case. And I definitely don't want to talk badly about the performance. I think it was really good, and obviously very impressive to get that big of a result in this game. But I think there have been better performances this season where Barcelona just weren't able to finish. And so it is nice to see Barcelona taking their chances. And Lewandowski, that finish that he had for the second goal, that was incredible. I saw it was a 1 in 6 chance that he was going to score. Like that was the probability that La Liga gave it. That is way too high because a 16%, I mean, you had to put that in the corner, and that's what he did, off the post and in. Just, again, such a good performance from Lewandowski, and I'm glad to see that he has stepped up massively in the past couple weeks. Of course, a big thing that a lot of people are talking about is Joao Felix scoring against Atletico Madrid again, and he just has a knack for that because he scored the first time he played them, and he did do a much bigger celebration in that game. I had a feeling that if he did score, he wouldn't celebrate too hard, and it was nice to see because you don't want to cause that much controversy because Barcelona, if they want to try and sign Joao Felix at some point in the future, I hope that it's going to be for another loan next season. I hope Barcelona would not spend 40-50 million on Joao Felix, but you don't want to cause too much controversy in that because you want Atletico Madrid to be good in terms of letting Joao Felix, pursue his career and what he wants to do in his career. And for Joao Felix, he really didn't have that many touches before the goal, and I think a lot of people, for Barcelona fans at least, it's just the consistency that's the big thing. If he was dropping great performances every single week, that would be one thing, and you see the quality that he has every single time he's touching the ball, and when he's really trying in a game, when he looks like he's giving 100%, and he's going at players, he's combining with teammates, you see the quality that he has, but it just hasn't been consistent enough, and it was really nice to see him get a goal against Atletico Madrid, though, again. And one player that I wanted to make sure to talk about was Hector Forcade, because I think he was great in that game, and I think every single time he's came on and played left back for Barcelona, which is not his natural position, he's done really well, and I think the angle that he has as a right-footed player on that left side, it actually does help Barcelona a lot, and you would think that he's pretty heavily right-footed, so far, because he's just 17, of course, he's going to have time to grow into a better fullback, but I think he's doing really well, and again, he's being played on his non-preferred side. I think he's done great every single time he's stepped up for Barcelona, and I think he is a player that Barcelona can count on for the first team next season. And he's had a couple appearances for Barcelona, he's had one other start in La Liga, but to not start for a couple months, and then to start this game against Atletico Madrid, away from home, and drop that good of a performance, really didn't make a single mistake. He tried to meg someone and lost the ball. That was one mistake. At 17 years old, and Barcelona were already 3-0 up at that time, you know what? Go for a nutmeg. That's completely fine. I think he was great. He really did no wrong in that game. And the left side of Barcelona's defense was Hector Forcade and Cubarsí, both 17 years old from Barcelona's academy, and they did not look out of place, and that just shows the quality that they have, and it's just great to see La Masia players getting a chance in the first team and showing their quality every single week. And Christensen being injured in warm-ups, that's obviously going to change Barcelona's plans, and Fermin Lopez came on and he did great, and Sergio Roberto I think deserves a lot of credit for that performance as well. I think Sergio Roberto and Gundogan as the double pivots, that really worked out for Barcelona, and It was also nice to see Casado get some minutes, and a lot of Barcelona fans want to see him getting played more, but it was nice to see him finally get some minutes in La Liga this season, because he did make an appearance in the Champions League, but he hadn't made an appearance in La Liga yet. And it was nice to see Hector Forcade come on, and obviously he was played as a left winger, but I didn't blame Xavi for that, or Xavi's brother, because Xavi got sent off. I didn't mind that because Lewandowski was doing so well, and it would have been unfair to take him off because he was dropping such a good performance. And Hector Forcade on the left, it is nice to see Hector Forcade getting minutes, even if he's being played out of position. And you saw the pace that he had to get in behind on Araujo's pass, and he drew the red card, and he almost scored with the flick after he fell down. I don't think he knew anything about it, but he almost scored. I wish the ref would have let that keep playing, even though Oblak, he might have had that in the end. One thing that I want to talk about, I don't want to forget it because Barcelona won 3-0. It's a serious matter. The referees in La Liga are so bad. I don't understand what Xavi did to get sent off there. I know, he talks to the ref, he complains. Of course, he's a very passionate guy, and things haven't been going great this season for him, so he's going to complain. He's going to talk to the referee, but immediately he gets a yellow card. I don't even know what he said. Like, I saw Inigo Martinez on the bench laughing when Xavi got a yellow card because it seemed so undeserved. But you know what? A yellow card, that's completely fine. Did he really go above and beyond to receive a red card after that? The referee, it's just the same old story in La Liga, is that they want to make it all about them, and I feel like in every other league, I really don't recognize the referees. I don't know their faces, but with La Liga referees, even of course I do watch them more, I'll admit that, but you just feel like I saw this guy before the game and I was just like, oh man, not this guy again. And it happened. Xavi got sent off in the 40th minute of the game, and it was deserved. The thing that he was complaining about was so deserved because Barcelona clearly won the ball at Atletico Madrid's 18-yard box, and the referee called a foul, and that's terrible. And obviously, if the result would have went differently, Barcelona fans would have went and looked at that and said, that is such a terrible call, and it really was. And my question is, why can some players in La Liga go up to the referee and scream at them and complain and talk as much as they want to the referee, but when the coach does it, he gets sent off? Why is that? I mean, why can't a coach talk to the referee? I think he's also passionate just like the players, so I just don't understand that. And Xavi, I feel like he gets a yellow card every single game, and I just laugh at it now because I just don't understand. Is Xavi really doing anything different than the other coaches in La Liga or the other players on the field? I just don't understand why he's treated differently than the players that are also complaining and screaming at the referee. And it's very easy to talk about the referee when things are going bad, but if things are going good, I also want to talk about how bad La Liga referees are, because I think that's really one of the big things that's holding the league back from being the best league in the world. And absolutely, it's the referees, it's the league in general, but of course that's a big thing. But overall, the referee, he was very bad, especially in the first half. He missed a lot of big calls, and every single time a player went up to him and was like arguing about it, he was like, he just looked at them so serious. Like, man, lighten up. I mean, it's really odd to see him do that. And it's just one of those things. I feel like La Liga referees, they always make it about themselves. And it was like Mateo Lahoz, we saw how bad he was at the World Cup. It's just, I don't know. It's frustrating because I feel like other leagues, the focus really isn't on the referee most of the time. But in La Liga, I feel like there's so much focus on whoever's calling the game. And the performance and the result overall was great. I saw the commentators on ESPN, they were saying that, Barcelona were probably going to lose or tie this game because of how good Atletico Madrid were at home. But Barcelona, I mean, they just proved everyone wrong in that sense. And I just think the quality in the attacking third, especially from Lewandowski, because he was directly the cause of 3 of those goals. And that finish that he had was incredible. You never know what would have happened if he didn't finish that and make it 2-0 and give Barcelona more freedom to go score the third. And overall, I think the attacking quality that Barcelona had this game, it was great. And that was the thing that changed the game for Barcelona. And overall, you've got to be very happy with this result. But at the same time, I'm even more happy with the confidence that the team is going to be having after going to an away stadium that's very difficult to get a win in and put up a 3-0 performance. And I think that's going to be great going into the Champions League. It gives the players a lot of confidence, and I'm really glad to see that performance today. And after the game, the commentators were asking, is Barcelona back? And I don't want to say that. I think there's a long way that Barcelona have to go, of course, and with all the injuries that they have, having all of those players back and healthy, hopefully all at the same time, it would be a big boost for Barcelona. I still think they have a long way to go, but it's progress. You see Barcelona's, the positivity is growing. It doesn't seem as down, and the performances are so terrible every week. I do see Barcelona on the rise, and that is good to see because Xavi, of course, he is leaving in the summer no matter what, but it's good to see Barcelona, the players, they're improving their performances before he does leave. And overall, the past 2 games, I've been very impressed with Barcelona's players. I think the quality, again, in the attacking third, I think that's the big difference between the second half of the season and the last couple weeks for Barcelona compared to the first half of the season, because they were creating a lot of chances. They were just losing every game, 1-0, or they were tying 0-0, or maybe they would win 1-0 at the last minute. And that wasn't sustainable for Barcelona, and they found other ways. Xavi, I feel like he has changed up the team a lot. And, from the first beginning of the game, the first game of La Liga this season, to how the team looks now, of course, there have been so many changes. And that's just Xavi adapting to, the injuries and what the season needs, really. An overall great performance and great result from Barcelona. And all the players should be very happy with that because, again, Atletico Madrid hadn't lost at home in 14 months. And then for Barcelona to win 3-0 so dominantly, that was really nice to see. And as always, thank you very much for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. It was a great game to see. It was just a great performance overall. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day and hope you all have a good week.